What is good, COD League fans? It is your boy Franz, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We are getting out a video here. It is late on the East Coast, but the board has dropped, and we are here to grind out our very first six-man of the season. Yesterday, I obviously went a little bit lighter. We went for some three-mans. We got one of those actually ended up hitting. So kind of a tough day, with no stats. We were just kind of going off random thoughts, and LA kind of threw for me. Optic didn't do as well as I hoped. The boys actually ended up throwing the first two maps, and then they tied it up 2-2, and then they lost the tiebreaker in a round 11, which sort of sucked. So tough one for the green wall, but other than that, it was a good day. We ended up pulling here the 1250 with draws and Illy hitting. Joe Deceives kind of sold us there as well. So not a terrible day, but definitely want to improve on that. We do have a bunch of new teams we're going to be watching tomorrow. We're going to be watching the six new teams play, like the ones that didn't play yesterday. So obviously that's the Royal Ravens and the Heretics, Rocker and Vegas, LAG in Toronto, and then obviously Boston and Seattle are down here. They obviously played yesterday. Seattle had an amazing performance against LAT, and then Boston unfortunately fell to Atlanta. But they played amazing. They played very, very well. Every map was super close, went down to the wire, and they just lost in a game 5. Just a couple few mistakes from the young guns and Snoopy and Capsule that they could clean up, but I like Boston. I think they're playing really well. Seattle looks really, really good. I was very impressed with them there. So just a little recap on the matches today. It was really fun to get back into the COD scene, watching COD. Really, really excited for the season to just get kicked up to another gear. And we have a bunch of more matches tomorrow, 4 matches tomorrow that we get to watch. And I'm only going to pick here 6 entries. We're going to only do a full 6-man slate today. That's all I'm going to go for. Not going to go for too much. We're going to use what we still have in the bank here. And maybe hit a 6-man here early in the season. I mean, we still are not running on any stats. A lot of people in my comments have been asking what stat sheet I use or what's the website. It's called breakingpoint.gg. They're in charge of a lot of the keeping track of all the stats, as well as they host tournaments. They've been running a BPL league, which has been cool that a lot of pros have been getting into. So it's been fun to watch them on Breaking Point, and they're doing a really good job over there. So please go check them out. That's where I'm going to be doing all my stats this season. Let's jump into the video. Don't want to waste too much of your guys' time. I know why we're here, and it is late. I do need to get some sleep at some point tonight, so that is also on the mind. I think it's like 1 a.m. right now while I'm filming this, but we are grinding. I hope the boys see this before the matches start at 3. First pick I'm going with here is Real, guys. This is kind of a feeler pick, although I've been watching a lot of Twitch streams of Clayster, and this guy Real has been popping off in the SMG department. I think 20.5 is kind of a low line for him, and he ideally will hit that. I also think the opening hard point against these two teams, I think it's going to be very evenly matched, and it will go down to the wire, which means there will be a lot more kills on the map. So ideally, Real, even if he's not playing the best, he might sneak over this 20.5 mark. Also, it's been a trend lately. The last 3 matches, actually, they all started on Karachi hardpoint. So I'm kind of predicting that will be the first hardpoint starting off in this first day or second day of COD. So if that is the prediction, that is also a SMG heavy map. So we will see some more kills for people like Real and Go Win. So that is why we're going for the 20.5 pick on Real. That is kind of the thought process there on that one. Moving on from there, I'm not going to really touch the Miami Heretics because we really haven't seen a lot of these players yet. We've seen Vickle, obviously, in a couple seasons here, but the other 3 guys have only been in challengers, so there isn't a ton to go off of them. I know they are all great players. A couple S&D stars in here I've seen perform very, very well, but I'm just not going to go with them yet because we just don't have any stats yet. I can't risk a Miami Heretics pick just yet here, so we're going to move on from them in the second pick of the 6-man is going to be accuracy. Map 1 to 3 on the under. Obviously, guys, we know what accuracy brings to the table. It is leadership in comms. It is not, well, he does have some gunny, obviously, or you'll see when it be a pro, but he's usually just holding down spawns, holding down lanes, just holding down like power positions on the map, but not necessarily getting in a lot of first blood or second blood engagements. So that is why we have him on the under here. I'm predicting over the course of 3 maps, he's not going to hit that 45.5 mark. There also has been a recent trend. I know it's only 1 day, but the trends are starting to appear that a lot of these maps you're going to be seeing some unders. So that is why we're going to go for map 1 to 3 on the under for accuracy. That'll be our first under, and we will have a couple more to follow that one. We're going to skip over Vegas Legion. I'm just really not confident in doing a pick for this team yet. I don't know how they're going to perform together. I really love this sub duo of Standy and Nero. I just don't know how it's going to work with Attach and Purge. I know Purge has played phenomenally in challengers, but I just don't know how it's going to work out. So we're going to skip over Vegas as well, and then we will move on to Estriel. Mr. Estriel, he is also a challengers player. This is his rookie, his very first time in the CDL. We'll see how he does. I'm going to go on the under here. I don't have a ton of confidence in his play just yet. We'll see how he does, but they are going up against a Toronto Ultra, a very, very solid team in Toronto Ultra. So I do expect them to kind of wipe the floor with this team. That is why we're going to go for an Estriel under. I mean, honestly, you could pick any 4 of these players to hit it under here. I'm just going with Estriel here. There's just kind of a gut pick. A lot of these are gut picks early on. Just, bear that in mind. Keep it with a grain of salt, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we'll go Estriel on the under. Roll with that one as well. And then following up this one, for Toronto, though, I think I'm going to go with an S&D pick. I think that is the most safe here. I'm going to go with Scrap here on the more. He's been playing phenomenally well in S&D tournaments. And obviously it's Scrap. We know what he brings to the table. We know this is now his 2nd season in the CDL. And we know what Scrap brings to the table. We know he can bring that MVP performance. So we're going to go with Scrap here on the over, map 2 kills. And then moving on, that is 4 out of 6. We have 2 more. Luckily, the last 2 teams are actually teams we've seen at least play 1 series. So we have a little bit more to go off of. The very first pick I'm going to go for here is map 2 kills. And we are going to go on Illy. My boy Illy has been popping off in S&D, and I just think he's going to keep going. I mean, he had, I believe, 9 in the opening S&D for them this today, actually, against LAT. And I do expect him to just keep performing in that game mode. I mean, it's 7 kills. It's still a great line for us. He just needs 8, and if he gets 7, it'll just, be a tie for us on the PrizePicks sheet. So we're going to go with Illy here. 7 map 2 kills on the more. That'll be our last more of the sheets. I do think Priesta here is going to see an under, but I'm kind of debating. I don't know if I should go the map 1 to 3 or just map 1. I'm going to end up going map 1 to 3 here. I think it's just a little bit safer of a pick here. We're going to put in all 1250 of our cash to see if we can, get a little cheeky bit back here. And then we will place entry. I believe everything is correct. Boom, bada, boom. Place entry here. Let's go to my entry so you guys can see it one more time. The final entry here is going to be Real on the more in map 1 kills, accuracy on the under in map 1 to 3 kills, Estriel on the under in map 1 to 3 kills, Scrap on the over in map 2 kills, Illy on the over in map 2 kills, and then Priesta on the under in map 1 to 3 kills. Guys, this is the final 6-man we are going to ride with here for Saturday's matches. I hope as many of you guys see this so you can ride with me. I know it's posting super late. I do apologize, but the board drops when it drops. We got to get the video out, man. But yeah, I'm going to get some rest, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good night, and be safe out there. Peace.